My name is RASYIBAH binti NAYAM I am from KIM 104A.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad AMIRUL HAZRRIQ bin AZHAR and I am from KIM 104A.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is SYUHADA binti YUSOFF. I'm from KIM 1104A.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Allia Natasha binti NOORDIN. I'm from KIM 1104A.
My name is SITI NORDIANA binti DELI and I'm from KIM 1104A.
So today I would like to talk about the introduction of Petronas Record Center. So first is the overview. Petronas Record Center is a commercial record center. It is built to collect all the data from the Petronas as reference material as well as storage of all record in an organized and secure manner. Next, Petronas Record Center is responsible for storing all data about the company due to the limitation of record storage in their agency. Next is their vision. We aspire to be a Petronas Record Center for professional advice and recommendation on Petronas register information, process and protection by being recognized for. First is the innovation of successful tactic and technology that align the interests of consumer with Petronas' right and obligation. Next is promoting access to information while maintaining the privacy of subjects who are recorded, and successfully handling Petronas analog and integrable properties for exploration and reuse in future. Next is formation for use by Petronas staff, teachers, visiting scholars and members of the general public. We manage and retain register record. Our practice encourage an awareness of the history, current and future by integrating all the impact by the collected knowledge under our care with the duties, right and obligation. Next is for objective. The PRC serves to control the quantity and quality of record as well as simply activity system and record maintenance and use process. The PRC also serves to identify what records are available by record inventory. Next is core business. Core business is receipt of the records to the record center, storage and maintain Petronas record, reference and access to record, appraisal for record with permanent value or no value, disposition of record either to transfer, to archive or for the destruction. So next we move to the organizational structure. So this is the director, the record manager, the license with the record office, the international management and security and transport. So the director is AMIRUL HAZRRIQ, the record center manager is SITI NORDIANA, the license with the records office is Allia Natasha, the external management is SYUHADA, the security and transport is RASYIBAH. So next is the PRC administrative structure, which is we have the director, the record center manager, the license with the record office, the internal management and the security and transport. So that's all from me.
Number 3, collecting information about record system. As we know, the record system provides controls that support the creation, capture, and management of records that are authentic, accurate, complete, unchanging, and usable. Records in our record center that are no longer needed are disposed of, such as records and data regarding our former employees and absolute company financial budget, and so on. Semi-current records like governance and financial reports and human rights report will be stored on shelf in a way that facilitates retrieval. For non-current records like Petronas Activities Outlook, we transfer to the archive and store in a satisfactory and secure way to ensure the permanent conservation. Number 4, deciding on a physical site for the record center. 4.1 Requirement of Proposed Record Center. This is our map. Location of the record center will be in the same floor with the office at Persiaran Petronas, Kuala Lumpur. Same process, easier for both organizations. Requirement for proposed record center. Costing, condition, location and transportation. Proper environment control, plumbing facilities, humidity and temperature regulation, and lighting installation. Proper equipment and supplies, lateral cabinets, boxes, open shelf.
After that, we will move to constructing or adapting a building for use as a record center. So the reason for layout plan in our record center, the layout plan for the record center are prepared according to the site capacity, which is the record center will be the same floor with Petronas Global Company. Then, we only propose for renovation for saving costs instead of renting an old warehouse which far from Petronas and will be consuming a lot of cost. Next, the layout plan that we have prepared. Then, as we can see, the shelving arrangement in our record center. The layout plan shows shelf arrangement that had been done according to the types of shelf, which is with lateral cabinet and open shelf. Since our record center in an early phase of development, we decided to allocate a few number of shelf and cabinet. Then, the use of boxes for storage for documents. And then, our record center also will be equipped with lateral cabinets to make an ease for retrieving purpose. Also, the total cost for installation of equipment is approximately 10,000 ringgit Malaysia. After that, there is an advantages of shelving arrangement in our record center. So firstly is easy to retrieve file, which is the layout plan shows that the cabinets and open shelf are near to the doorway. Then, easy to locate file. We are using lateral cabinet and open shelf. Then, the other advantages are to improve the floor capacity. The use of open shelf will consume less of space in the record center. And finally is maintaining the confidentiality of record by using mobile shelf that can be locked from outside. Then, we will be moving to conducting a pilot project to manage the records of selected agencies. Pilot project for our record center is we decided to appoint Proton Car Holdings because both are local brands that share a same vision. Apart from that, the distance between two organizations is near, which is both are based in the same region. Then, the survey had been done to the clients and pilot project to detect the weakness of our record center. Then, there are 3 weaknesses that had been detected in our record center. So, firstly is capacity. Capacity of record center in a building seems small for an organization to place a large volume of records. Then, in terms of security, lateral cabinet and open shelf used in record center seems irrelevant because they are more exposed to unauthorized street. Then, finally is traffic jam issue. The record center will be located in a center of crowded places, which is based in KL. Then, we will be moving to conducting a pilot project to manage the records of selected agencies. Pilot project for our record center is we decided to appoint Proton Car Holdings because both are local brands that share a same vision. Apart from that, the distance between two organizations is near, which is both are based in the same region. Then, The survey had been done to the clients and pilot project to detect the weakness of our record center. Then, there are 3 weaknesses that had been detected in our record center. So firstly is capacity. Capacity of record center in a building seems small for an organization to place a large volume of records. Then in terms of security, lateral cabinet and open shelf used in record center seems irrelevant because they are more exposed to unauthorized street. Then finally is traffic jam issue. The record center will be located in a center of crowded places which is based in KL.
So next we move to the improvement of the weaknesses. Firstly, add capacity of the record center. We decided to add storage capacity to our record center because we want our record center to efficiently in doing their tasks, and we want our record center to no longer face this kind of problem. And then we move to the improve the security. We will propose to replace the existing shelf in the future with better security shelf, such as self-automatic shelving doors with security keypad access to maintain the privacy of our record center. This is because we want our record center well secure and be able to convince our client to trust our record center. And lastly, for the traffic jam, the traffic jam in our record center location is unavoidable, so that we will schedule a trip at a certain time in order to avoid traffic jam. Before that, we will make a study based on what time the area of our record will face the traffic jam. So basically, this is the tentative of our launching program. So this program will be take place from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. and from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. we will waiting the present chairman of Proton and client. From 9 a.m. until 9:10 a.m. prayer recitation represented by Ustaz Shafiq. 9:10 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. speech from the record director of administrator and record manager. And then we will hear briefing and introduce about our record center. And then lastly, the launching event made by our VIP guest, which is chairman of Proton. And then from 10:30 a.m. until 11 a.m., the Q&A session between our guests. From 11 until 12 p.m., the guests will be served with the food and our program will be end.
Next is caring for record in different format. There are few things need to be considered, which is temperature and humidity, lighting, cabinet, acid-free storage, disaster control, pest control, and rewind bench. For the temperature and humidity, they are different for each material. For example, the printed material and other material like audio tape, film, and some recording that require a different temperature and humidity. For the lighting, we will suggest to use 2 types of light, which is incandescent bulb and a limited visible light level that require for light-sensitive record. For the cabinet, they are suitable for materials such as map, plans, and engineering drawing, which is suitable to use a cabinet with a drawer and vertical plan cabinet with hanger. However, for the record center practice, cardboard tubes are often required to be used as a protective solution for any unexpected damage during use. Next is acid-free storage, which are needed by photograph material rather than using common cardboard storage, which is risk to damage the inside materials. For the disaster control, there are three components for this control, which are disaster plan, evacuate building, and sound alarm. For the pest control, this is a restriction from using any trap or devices that contain poison. And then lastly, a rewind bench, or also known as a rewind table, which is a workspace for rewinding, inspecting, and film repairing.
This is the determining a plan for costing services. Firstly is equipment. Secondly, transportation. Third, rented van. Third, computer and equipment. And lastly, for the staffing. And all of this require us to spend about 27,541 ringgit.
So for the conclusion, to conclude, all the information in this proposal is investigated to ensure all the essential things and requirements are fulfilled by our team to produce this record center. Moreover, we will produce a printed and electronic advertisement as order to promote our record center. In future, we are hoping to be a record center that has a good reputation among organizations in terms of our services and quality. That's all from us. Thank you.